Greetings, Ashen, the comic book hunter, here for another comic book hunt. If you are new to this show, I shall break it down for you. Every single week, I shall review for you the comics I picked up in the previous week. Then, usually, we will have a center portion where I talk about miscellaneous stuff. This week, I really don't have anything to talk about, so we're going to go ahead into the final portion. Next week in comics, I will be talking about what to pick up, but this is a little odd. There really isn't anything that I'm going to be recommending for next week. Nothing really caught my attention, so what I will do is go over the previews with you, the ones that just came out this past week, and I'll let you know exactly what comics that I recommend that I will probably be picking up myself. So it's a little bit of a different schedule today, but happy to have everyone here. Anyone who stops by and watches this afterwards, anyone who pops in while we're doing this live, well, whatever the case is, I really appreciate it. Hold on a second here. Looks like I'm having a little bit of a technical issue. Oh, Lorenzo, how's it going? It's been a long time since I seen you in here. It's good to have you for the show. I was just having a network error. It tried to prevent me from seeing that you were here. But yes, welcome to the show. All right, so let us get started. The first comic that I'm going to talk about that I picked up this past week is X-Force. Now, if you know me, if you've been here watching any of these shows, then you know I love me some X-Force. This is number 8, and it has been such a great show so far. As you can see here on the cover, we got Colossus and we have Domino. And these are some great characters right here. They've been really using them very well in the series. Domino has been having a very, very rough time ever since Krakoa started. She got captured. Her skin got pulled off. They're using it to on like zombie assassins, basically, to try and sneak into Krakoa undetected. And yeah, she's really traumatized. A lot of bad stuff's been happening to her. And this issue kind of continues that. There's sort of a budding romance between Colossus and Domino because both of them have suffered in the name of Krakoa, and they're just basically trying to get by. And the difference is Colossus is almost giving up a little bit, but she wants to remember the pain, and she doesn't blame the X-Men or the new society that they're trying to form. She blames the people that are going against them, needlessly trying to stop them. It's a great issue. They wrap up the whole story arc with the Bizarro Domino, the assassin that was going around in the last issue. Not going to spoil too much, but continues to be a great series, and I will definitely tell you go check it out. I don't know if you guys are seeing this or not. I'm having some kind of weird loading issues. I hope you guys aren't getting any of that. But let's go on to the next issue, and we will be talking about Ghost Rider. Now, this guy in the middle here, this is what they are doing with Johnny. Oh, hold on a second. This is towards the end of the issue for X-Force. I don't know why I always forget to do the slideshow in the beginning here. But, Domino and Colossus. They boarded a train where all this blood and guts were hidden in there, and turns out that this is like a assassin laboratory on wheels. So yeah, it's a pretty cool issue. Go check it out. Anyway, sorry about that. Now we will be getting back to uh, Ghost Rider. Yes. Oh man, what can I say about this? Johnny Blaze has been turned into a spirit of corruption. He's got this big badass sword. I'm not a huge fan of his design. I am loving the story though, and I like how they're doing this whole thing about, he's no longer a spirit of vengeance. He's a spirit of corruption, which was granted to him by being the ruler of Krakoa. I mean, not the Krakoa, yeah, Limbo, excuse me. The ruler of Limbo, which is one of the realms of the afterlife, turned him into a spirit of corruption. Let me go ahead and show you some of the art. You can see this is what the outfit looks like, and in this issue, he comes across Wolverine and the Punisher. They think that he is to blame for some of the trouble that Johnny Blaze is actually doing. Like this outfit, I don't know what to make of it. I dislike that midsection there. The helmet's a little odd sometimes, but overall, I mean, there's some pretty cool elements to it. I like how it's armored and everything like that. I like how it has a cape, but I don't know, just it looks like he's wearing a corset or something. I think they could have done something better with that. Maybe put a little more armor on him on his midsection or something, just to make it blend together a little better. Whatever the case is, it's not the best design ever, but I do like what they're doing with the story so far. And you could see here he's fighting with Wolverine. He's grabbed his face and he's using his corruption power to eat away at Wolverine. I guess he knows he can take it. He gets possessed by this spirit and it kind of gains control of him, much like the Ghost Rider does. And then we have him fighting the Punisher here. He cuts the Punisher's gun into pieces, and bullets really don't work against him and whatnot. So he is a very formidable opponent for sure, but the design isn't the greatest in my opinion. I am loving the story so far, though. Don't let it dissuade you just because they made kind of a rough artistic choice for the spirit of corruption. This has been a fun read. I'm loving where they're taking it, and I still highly recommend that you check it out. Okay, man, it looks like we are running way behind in the live stream. A lot of latency, I guess, today. Next up, we have Batman Curse of the White Knight, number 7. All right. Well, I've been loving this series so far. This book right here, it's basically just a big build-up to the final showdown between Batman and Azrael. They made some choices in this book that I am not necessarily the biggest fan of. The series has been really, really good so far, but in this book in particular, they just they made some choices that I wasn't fond of. I don't know. I didn't know what to expect from the conclusion here, but the art is excellent. It's just a bunch of build-up, not a whole lot of action. Bruce Wayne feels like he's backed into a corner on some issues, and he does some odd things. But, we really got to see what the future plans of this are and how they're going to play out. But, yeah, I mean, this is Azrael. I love this picture right here. Incredible art. And then we have Batman in an emptied out Gotham. He got Gotham to work on his side so he could hunt down Azrael once and for all. Batman's kind of disillusioned right now because he learned some things about his past in the last issue. Basically everything he thought he knew to be true wasn't. I'm not going to say any more than that, but if you want to read the book, go ahead. And so now he's doing what he feels like he must, and it may be something that Batman would not otherwise do. So yeah, it's quite interesting. But this was probably the roughest issue out of all of them. Overall, I would recommend the series so far, and I'm definitely going to keep reading till this series is over. But this was a little bit of a rough issue, not gonna lie about that. Okay. So what do we have for you now? Next up, we have Ravencroft #2. This has been an excellent series so far. I've been really enjoying it. Some really dark, gritty stuff in this series. This issue, much like a lot of the issues this week, let me tell you something. Even with Ghost Rider here, got Ghost Rider, Batman, all these comics. There is so much dialogue in these comic books. I do not know what is going on this week, but it is dialogue central. However, this new Ravencroft is kind of weighed down by a ton of dialogue, a ton of exposition. There's some backstory in it that I guess is essential, but I really didn't care about. This is probably the weakest issue of Ravencroft so far. I'm talking about with the miniseries and everything. There is some pretty great art in it, though. I'm going to show you here. Fisk is confronted by all the monsters that are locked away in the secret part of the Ravencroft Asylum, and they want to be out. And Fisk thinks that he has things under control, but does he really? Who knows? But, oh man, hey Doug, how's it going? I'm happy to have you here. Watching some crazy monsters attacking Wilson Fisk. 2 people watching. 3 people watching. Great. Well, hey, welcome. And I am very proud to have you here. But yeah, we got Wilson Fisk here. And did he make a mistake in trying to reopen this institute and build it up? Does he have to make a deal with the devil, per se, in order to build his new institute? What will happen? I don't know. Find out in the next issue. This one was a little wordy. It lagged on a bit. There was some cool aspects to it. There's this one part with this sort of a crazy doctor guy who was doing things under the table that I really liked, and that had a pretty brutal end to it. And man, look at these monsters. I love this art here. But like I said, there's just very wordy, kind of a boring issue. And okay, let us continue. This next issue is not one I was expecting to get, but shout out to Emerald City Comics, my local comic shop, for hooking me up with this issue. I didn't even know it was coming out. It's actually an ash can, and I couldn't find any digital copies online, so I had to pull the image directly off of this page just to show you what's going on. Sleeping Beauties. This is an ash can, and it is written by Stephen King and his son. It is weird. This is a weird book. I don't even know if I like it or not. Here, let me go ahead and show you a page from it. So, look at this art. It is just really strange. I'm proud that you like my enthusiasm, Lorenzo. Yes, I absolutely love comic books, and I hope other people catch the contagion too, because there's a lot of negativity in comic books right now. But yeah, look at this weird art. See, most of this issue, this chick here has been running around nude in the woods, and she has some kind of weird setup in that trailer there. It almost looks like she's making meth or something like that, but she's got these really big eyes and this really big mouth, and she talks to this dead rabbit right here. And the rabbit responds to her, saying that some people were kind of intruding on her land. It's almost like she's some kind of trailer park nymph or something like that. Some kind of, almost a fey creature. So really strange. This book takes place in a few places. It's got a part where she's you are introduced to a few characters in a woman's prison, and they're talking kind of very metaphorically about the sun rising and the sun setting and stuff like that. And then you have a household that has these people that are acting like they're on drugs, and the dialogue is really strange in this book. So it's very trippy. It's like somebody was on drugs when they were writing it. I don't know. I really don't know what to make of this. I might pick up the first issue of this just because maybe that could fill me in a little bit. This woman here ends up showing up at somebody's house at the end. These people that are acting like they're drugged out. and they don't know what to make of her. And she's got these really big eyes and really big mouth, and she looks kind of like that crazy stalker girlfriend meme. So I don't know. I don't know if this is going to turn brutal, if she's going to kill those people, or what's going to go on. But this is actually only a few pages you get in here of actual story. So yeah, that is what it is. All right. Well, that's it for my reviews for all the comics I picked up last week. I don't really have anything to talk about in the center portion, and the final portion I don't have anything to recommend for next week. So what I'm going to do, like I said, is I'm going to go over the previews with you real quick, and I'm not going to bother people with the things that I don't like or why I don't like them. I'm just going to go ahead and cut to the quick and show you what I will probably be picking up in the future. Okay, so Ravencroft, this issue was a little disappointing, but I think I'm going to continue with the Ravencroft series. I really want to see what they're going to do with it. I hope that they get into the present day as opposed to keep going into the past about building of the new Ravencroft and all that. And what's the rabbit book called? The rabbit book was called Sleeping Beauties. Sleeping Beauties, and this ash can here is actually going for like $15 now. Even though I got it for free, it's going for a lot of money for some reason. So yeah, if you want to check that out, go ahead and look it up. Sleeping Beauties. You won't be able to find a digital copy of it, but if you can find a copy of it, I mean, they were giving them out for free at Emerald City, so who knows, maybe some other people might have them on tap. But if you want to buy it online, I would just recommend waiting until the series actually comes out. So we got Ravencroft there. And then X-Force, of course. That's one that I will continue to be buying. It has been excellent so far, by Benjamin Percy. And as you know, if you've been watching my stuff, definitely keep picking up X-Force. Juggernaut is something I am looking forward to. I love this character. I don't know if Marvel is going to be doing a good job with him or not, but I'm willing to give this series a try because, you know, Venom back in the day, I always wanted Venom to have its own his own series or its own series. And Juggernaut was another one. I think there may have been some Juggernaut miniseries in the past, but I never was able to pick them up, so I'm actually really excited for this. Damn, I got 5 people watching tonight. Oh, welcome everyone. Welcome. Sorry to break this up a little bit, but if you guys would hit that like button, I would really appreciate it. We are coming towards the end of the show here, and we are going to continue looking on to the next title I recommend from the previews. Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider has been hands down my favorite comic book that has been coming out, even above X-Force. X-Force has been great. Ghost Rider has been amazing, though. I've been loving it. Best Ghost Rider since the 90s. Definitely check it out. This whole Hell War is very intriguing, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do next. This is number 8, so this is coming up in a few months, I think. Then we have Taskmaster. This is issue number 2, but I'm hoping to pick up the first one and the second one. I don't know this writer though, Jed MacKay, so we're gonna have to see how the series is, because Jed, he could be a good writer, he could be a bad writer. I'm willing to give anyone a chance if I don't know who they are. But yeah, Taskmaster. If you guys don't know him, he is one of the biggest badass kind of anti-heroes out there. People really don't know how to use this character very much anymore, but he can adapt to anybody's fighting style. Obviously, going up against the Sentry here, or whatever the hell this guy is, he might not stand much of a chance, but against any, non-Superman-like character, he is very formidable and should be feared. So Taskmaster, that's something you can probably look forward to. Werewolf by Night, this is issue number 2. I'm going to be giving this series a try. This is not the standard Werewolf by Night. They are introducing a brand new character. I don't know how it's going to be. I really wish they would have just used the original Werewolf by Night. But beggars can't be choosers, I guess. And, you can't super trust Marvel nowadays. But I am I'm looking forward to just getting a Werewolf by Night series, so hopefully they do it justice. I love that variant cover there in the bottom right corner. It looks really awesome. I don't know how I feel about the standard cover there. It's not that great. But I'm probably going to be going ahead and picking this up just to hopefully one day get the real Werewolf by Night back again. I think this is the last one I will be recommending. It is New Warriors #2. This is going to be a mini series, and you got Night Thrasher there. Been waiting for Night Thrasher to do something for a long time. It's a character that I'd enjoyed back in the day. I got his, not his first appearance, but I do have his first mini series he was ever in. And, I'm just looking forward to seeing the New Warriors back in action. You can never tell what's going to happen with modern Marvel, how well they do this or not. I'm not familiar with the writer. Like I said, I'm going to give it a chance, though. It's only 5 issues, so we will see how that goes. And I'll let you know about it once issue 1 comes out. All right. Well, that is it. I don't really have anything else to talk about this evening. I appreciate the lots of people that stopped by tonight. It's great to actually have some people here for the live stream. I appreciate all of you. It really means a lot that you guys would stop by and interject and interact and tell me what you think about things. Sorry that I don't have too much to talk about this week, but I do appreciate everyone that stopped by, and I hope that I do serve a little bit of a purpose, and hopefully that this will help maybe the industry a little bit, and maybe you to understand something you might want to or not want to pick up. Anyway, thank you all, and I hope you all have a great evening. Yes.